had 60 minutes to ruin my CFO's wedding or stay silent forever. I turned the corner and froze. The bride and the best man, together, right there. My best friend's wedding about to start in 1 hour. My mind raced. If I said anything, I'd destroy careers, friendships, and marriage. If I stayed quiet, I'd betray everything I believed in. Trevor whispered, "It's not what it looks like." But my gut told me the truth. And in that moment, I realized I had 1 hour to make a choice that could change all our lives. Subscribe and turn on notifications. This is about the choice I made in the next hour, the choice I'm still living with, and whether protecting someone you love is worth destroying everything else. My name's Lauren. I'm 43, Chief Legal Officer at Vanguard Technologies, software company, AI infrastructure, enterprise solutions. We're about to go public. IPO scheduled for 3 weeks from now. Valuation at $2.8 billion. Been working toward this for 6 years. 6 years. My best friend founded the company, Callum Hayes. Known him since college, 22 years. He's the CAO, the vision, the reason any of this exists. And today was supposed to be his wedding day. To Isabelle Chen, Chief Strategy Officer, brilliant, ambitious, been with the company 4 years. I helped recruit her, vouched for her, trusted her. And she was in that hallway with Trevor Walsh, our CFO. Looking guilty as hell. Let me back up, explain how we got here. Callum and I met at Cambridge, first year, engineering program. He was building things even then, prototypes, interfaces, always 10 steps ahead of everyone else. I was studying law, corporate governance, regulations, the boring stuff that makes the exciting stuff possible. We became friends, best friends actually, the kind where you know everything about each other. He started Vanguard in 2018, his flat, just him and a laptop. Asked me to join 6 months later, be the legal foundation, build the structure. I said yes, left my law firm, took a pay cut, believed in what he was building. We grew fast, really fast. Raised funding, hired people, scaled. By 2022, we had 300 employees, real revenue, real traction. That's when Isabelle joined, head of strategy, recruited from a competitor. Callum was impressed, very impressed. She had this way of seeing markets, anticipating trends. They started working closely, long hours, strategy sessions, board prep. I noticed it, the way he looked at her, the way she looked at him. They started dating 6 months after she joined, kept it quiet at first. Then public, then serious. He proposed last year, big romantic thing, rooftop, fireworks, the whole production. She said yes, of course she said yes. Everyone was happy. The company was happy, the board was happy. Power couple, founder and strategist, building the future together. I was happy too, I think I was happy for him. Callum deserved this, deserved someone. He'd given everything to the company. Finally had something outside of work, someone who understood the pressure, the vision. And Isabelle was good for him, made him laugh, made him think differently. Or so I thought. The wedding was planned for today. Grand affair, 400 guests. Board members, investors, employees, press coverage. At the Montague, historic hotel, beautiful venue. Ceremony at 3 p.m., reception to follow. Everything perfect, everything planned. The IPO roadshow started Monday. 3 weeks from now, we'd be public. Timing was intentional, wedding first, Then IPO, new chapter, new beginning. Isabelle and Callum would consolidate their shares after marriage. Majority voting control. Which was fine, made sense, kept the company aligned. Except there was this clause, ethics clause, in our governance documents. I drafted it myself 2 years ago. Designed to protect against executive misconduct, conflicts of interest, that kind of thing. Required board approval to challenge any executive conduct. Prevented internal disputes from derailing the company. Seemed smart at the time. Stability, protection. But it also meant once they married, once they had majority control, I couldn't challenge them. Not without board approval, which they'd control. I hadn't thought about it much, didn't need to. Until this morning. I got to the hotel at 9 a.m. Early, lots to do. Final document review, legal sign-offs, making sure everything was perfect. Went to Callum's suite. He was nervous, excited, happy. "Can you believe this is actually happening?" he said. "I can't," I said. "You're actually getting married." He laughed. "Best decision I've ever made. After starting Vanguard, obviously." "Obviously," I said. We talked for a while about the company, the IPO, the future. He was optimistic, so optimistic, everything was falling into place. "I'm lucky," he said. "Lucky to have Isabelle. Lucky to have you. Lucky to have built this." "You earned it," I said. And I meant it. He had earned it, all of it. Around 11, I went to finalize some documents. Stock transfer papers, post-nup agreements. Boring legal stuff, but necessary. Needed Isabelle's signature on a few things. Disclosure forms, conflict of interest waivers. Went to her suite, 2nd floor, she wasn't there. Checked with the wedding planner, she's getting ready. 3rd floor, bridal suite. I went up, knocked, no answer. Tried calling, went to voicemail. Walked down the hall, looking for someone who knew where she was. That's when I saw them, leaving that room, together. Suite 314, not the bridal suite, not a public space. A private room, booked under a guest name I didn't recognize. And they came out together, looking exactly like what they'd been doing. Trevor saw me first. His face went white, actually white. "Lauren," he said. I just stared, couldn't speak, couldn't move. Isabelle turned, saw me. Her expression, God, her expression. Panic, guilt, calculation, all at once. "This isn't," Trevor started. "Don't," I said, "don't even try." Isabelle stepped forward. "Lauren, we need to talk." "We really don't," I said. "You don't understand." "I understand perfectly. You're screwing the CFO an hour before you marry my best friend." "Keep your voice down," she said. "Or what?" I said. Trevor put his hand on her arm. "We should go somewhere private." "We're already somewhere private," I said. "That's the problem." Isabelle looked at me, really looked. "How long have you known?" she said. "Known what? That you're cheating on Callum." About 30 seconds. She closed her eyes, breathed. "It's not what you think," she said. "It's exactly what I think," I said. Trevor jumped in. This was a mistake. One-time thing, wedding stress. It doesn't mean anything. "Then why are you in a hotel room, together, an hour before the ceremony?" He didn't answer, couldn't answer. Isabelle said, "Are you going to tell him?" And that's when I realized, that's when it hit me. I had a choice to make, right now, right here. Tell Callum, destroy the wedding, destroy him, destroy everything. Or stay silent, let it happen, protect the company, protect the IPO. I stood there, in that hallway, looking at them, thinking about Callum, downstairs, happy, excited, oblivious. Thinking about the company, 400 employees, $2.8 billion valuation. Thinking about the IPO, 3 weeks away, investors counting on us, stability, leadership. If this came out now, if the wedding collapsed, the IPO would implode. Board would panic, investors would pull out, press would have a field day. Founder's wedding collapses hours before ceremony. Executives in affair, leadership in chaos. We'd lose everything, everything. Thousands of jobs, years of work, billions in value. But if I stayed silent, Callum married someone who just betrayed him. And I'd helped, I'd known and said nothing. You have to tell him, I said. Isabelle shook her head. I can't, not today. Then when? I don't know, after the honeymoon, after things calm down. Things aren't going to calm down, I said. You just slept with the CFO. Trevor said it was one time, one mistake. It won't happen again. How do I know that? I said. You don't, Isabelle said quietly, but I'm asking you to trust me. Trust you, I said. You're asking me to trust you. She looked desperate, actually desperate. Lauren, if this comes out now, the IPO dies. The company suffers. Everyone loses. And Callum marries a liar, I said. He marries someone who made a mistake, she said. Someone who loves him, who will spend the rest of her life making this right. By hiding it from him. By not destroying everything he's built over one moment of weakness. One moment, I said. You booked a room. You planned this. She didn't deny it, couldn't deny it. Trevor said, look, we know this is bad. We know. But the timing, the IPO, Callum's state of mind right now. Don't, I said. Don't use the company as an excuse. It's not an excuse, Isabelle said. It's reality. If you tell him now, he'll be devastated, publicly humiliated. The board will question his judgment. Investors will question his stability. Everything he's worked for, everything we've all worked for, gone. Or he marries you and spends his life with someone who betrayed him, I said. She flinched, actually flinched. That's my burden to carry, she said, not his. I looked at my watch, 12:15, 45 minutes until the ceremony. 45 minutes to decide. Protect Callum, tell him the truth, destroy the wedding, risk everything. Or protect the company, stay silent, let him marry her, carry the secret forever. I need to think, I said. We don't have time. I need to think, I said. And I walked away, left them standing there. Went to my room, locked the door, sat on the bed. Hands shaking, mind racing, everything spinning. I thought about Callum, 22 years of friendship. Every late night, every crisis, every success. He trusted me, completely trusted me. If I didn't tell him, I'd be betraying that trust, forever. He'd marry Isabelle, not knowing, not choosing. Living a lie I helped create. But if I told him, if I destroyed this wedding, what happened to him? Public humiliation, professional questions, personal devastation. And the company, God, the company. IPO would collapse, had to, no way it survived this. Board would force changes, investors would flee, competitors would circle. 400 employees, their jobs, their families, their futures. All dependent on stability, on leadership, on the illusion that everything was fine. I pulled out my phone, looked at messages. Saw one from earlier, from Callum. Thanks for everything, Lauren. Couldn't have done any of this without you. You're the best friend anyone could ask for. Sent 2 hours ago, when he was happy, excited, hopeful. I stared at it, read it again. Best friend. What does a best friend do? What's the right thing? Protect him from pain, or protect him from lies? 12:30, 30 minutes left. I stood up, looked in the mirror. Saw someone who had to make a choice, right now. No more time, no more thinking. Either I walked downstairs and told Callum what I saw, or I walked downstairs and watched him marry someone who just betrayed him. And I'd carry that forever, knowing I could have stopped it, knowing I chose the company over him. But choosing him meant destroying the company, destroying everyone. How do you make that choice? How? 400 people versus one person. Billions in value versus one man's happiness. The company we built versus the friend who built it. I walked downstairs, 12:40, 20 minutes until ceremony. Guests arriving, everyone smiling, excited, happy. Saw Trevor standing near the groomsmen, looking pale, nervous. Saw Isabelle in the bridal suite doorway, dress perfect, makeup perfect. Looking at me, waiting to see what I'd do. I walked past them, toward Callum's suite. Hand on the door handle. This was it. This was the moment. Open the door, tell him, destroy everything. Or walk away, stay silent, protect the company, betray my friend. I opened the door. Callum looked up, smiled, big smile. Hey, he said, you look great. Thanks, I said, you too. He adjusted his tie, nervous energy, happy nervous. Can you believe this is happening? He said again. No, I said, I can't. He laughed, me neither. Best day of my life. After the IPO, obviously. Obviously, I said. He looked at me, really looked. You okay? You seem off. I'm fine, I said, just emotional, happy for you. He smiled, hugged me. Thanks for everything, he said, for being here, for believing in this, in me. I stood there, his arms around me, my best friend, who trusted me, who loved me, who deserved the truth. And I thought about what telling him would do. The devastation, the humiliation, the collapse. Everything he'd built, gone in one moment. Because I told him something he couldn't unhear, couldn't unsee. I pulled back. You should finish getting ready, I said. Ceremony starts soon. Right, he said. See you out there. Yeah, I said. See you out there. I walked out, closed the door. Stood in the hallway, breathing, just breathing. 12:55, 5 minutes until ceremony. Guests filing into the chapel, music starting, everything beginning. I walked to my seat, front row, best friend of the groom. Watched Isabelle walk down the aisle, beautiful, radiant, perfect. Watched Callum's face when he saw her, pure joy, pure love. Watched Trevor stand beside him, best man, looking guilty, looking relieved. Watched the officiant start the ceremony. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. They got married. I watched the whole thing, every word, every vow, every moment. Callum promising to love her, honor her, forsake all others. Isabelle promising the same, looking into his eyes, lying. And I said nothing, did nothing. Just sat there, silent. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Everyone cheered, applauded, celebrated. I clapped too, on autopilot, numb. They kissed, walked down the aisle together, married. And I'd let it happen. I'd chosen. Chosen the company over him. Chosen silence over truth. Chosen to protect 400 people and betray one. The reception was beautiful, everything perfect. Speeches, toasts, dancing, celebration. Trevor gave the best man speech, talked about friendship, loyalty, trust. I nearly walked out, nearly. But I stayed, smiled, played the part. Callum pulled me aside around 8 p.m. Thank you, he said, for everything, for being here, for supporting us. Of course, I said. Isabelle's amazing, he said. I'm so lucky. You are, I said. And I meant it. He was lucky, just not the way he thought. The IPO happened 3 weeks later. Successful, very successful. Stock opened at $42, closed at $58. Company valued at $3.4 billion. Everyone made money, everyone happy. Callum and Isabelle came back from honeymoon, tanned, smiling, united. Consolidated their shares, majority voting control, just like planned. The ethics clause locked in. Can't challenge executive conduct without board approval. Which means I can't touch them, can't question them, can't expose them. Not without destroying the company, not without losing everything. They won, completely won. And I helped them by staying silent, by choosing the company. It's been 6 months now, 6 months. Callum seems happy, really happy, talks about Isabelle constantly, future plans, growing the company together. I watch them in meetings, the way she touches his arm, the way he looks at her. And I wonder if he knows, deep down, if some part of him suspects. Or if he's completely oblivious, living in a lie I helped create. Trevor's still CFO, still works closely with Isabelle, on strategy, on deals. I watch them too, looking for signs, wondering if it happened again. If it's still happening. They're careful, very careful, professional, distant even. But I saw them once, in the parking garage, after a late meeting. Standing too close, talking too quietly, touching. Then they saw me, separated, acted normal. And I said nothing. Again, I said nothing. Because what could I say? What could I do? I made my choice 6 months ago, in that hotel hallway, in those 60 minutes. I chose the company, chose the IPO, chose 400 jobs. And I have to live with it, have to carry it, forever. Callum asked me last week if something was wrong. You've been distant, he said. Everything okay? Yeah, I said, just busy. IPO aftermath, legal stuff. You sure, he said, you can talk to me about anything? I know, I said. But I can't talk to him, can't tell him. Not now, not ever. I made my choice, locked myself in. The ethics clause, the board control, the structure I built. All of it protecting them, protecting the lie. And there's no way out, no way to fix it. I can only watch and wait and carry this. So here's my question. You have 60 minutes, 60 minutes. Your best friend is about to marry someone you just caught cheating. Telling him destroys the wedding, the company, the IPO, 400 jobs. Staying silent destroys him, eventually, when he finds out, if he finds out. What do you choose? The company or the friend, the many or the one? The truth that ruins everything, or the lie that protects it. I chose the lie, chose silence, chose the company. And I'm still here, watching them, living with it. Wondering if I did the right thing, or if I just did the easy thing. Wondering if protecting the company was noble, or if it was just cowardice. Wondering if Callum will ever find out, and what happens when he does. Because he will find out, eventually. They always do. And when he looks at me, when he asks why I didn't tell him, what do I say? What can I say? I was protecting the company, protecting the IPO, protecting 400 jobs. Or the truth, the real truth. I was protecting myself from making the hard choice, from facing the consequences, from being the person who destroyed everything we built. So I let him marry a lie instead, let him live in it, and told myself it was for the greater good. Drop your answer in the comments. Tell me what you would have done. Subscribe, hit notifications. Because I made my choice in 60 minutes in that hallway. And I'm living with it now, every single day. Watching my best friend smile at his wife, watching her smile back. Knowing what I know, carrying what I carry. And wondering if silence was mercy, or if it was just betrayal in a different form. I still don't know. Honestly, I still don't know.